Hello, and welcome to the Notary Life with Kimmi Podcast. I am also one of the trainers with Notary Educators, which includes myself, Kimberly Nunnally, Angela Johnson, and Alexis Franklin. We each own our own very successful notary businesses and teach notaries in all 50 states to be great and grow their own business. We will discuss general notary work, apostilles, ink fingerprinting, and the duties of a notary signing agent, and much, much more. For all of your notary needs, please visit notaryeducatorsllc.com. We hope you enjoy the show, and we wish you much success. Hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. I am Kimmi. I am here with Angela and Jeffrey. We'll do some quick introductions. Sorry about the 1 minute delay, guys. We actually are notaries, as we always say. So I had an appointment tonight and just got in. So I'm rolling, coming in on two wheels. So give me a second to get myself together. Anyway, I'm Kimmi, None Better Mobile Notary, Notary Educators Trainer. Check out all things notary, notaryeducatorsllc.com. We'll let Angela do a brief introduction, and we'll let Jeffrey. And welcome to Notary Bosses Meetup.
I'm Angela with AJ Mobile Notary and Gwinnett Apostilles, and we are excited about tonight to be here with you guys. And thank you, and welcome to the channel.
This is our first one of the new year. Welcome, Jeffrey. Who are you?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say welcome everybody to our first broadcast or live or what have you want to call it for the 2024. So good to have everyone on here and looking forward to talking about some good stuff this evening.
Yeah, so we want to welcome everybody again. We have Darlene, Forbidden Flower. Who's that on Facebook, Angela? We got a few people over on Facebook. Welcome to those who will join us on the replay. Also, while Angela is bringing up Facebook to say hello to a few people, tonight's topic is, now you are a notary, what are your next steps? We get this question so often, okay? So we just wanted to go over, hey, Mr. Ken and Tara, how you guys doing? Welcome. Again, those on the replay, those who will listen to the podcast, welcome. So we get that question quite often, so we're going to hit that really quick. Hey, John Smith. And we're going to let you ask some questions and see what you need help with in your business, getting started. Okay. Angela, were you able to get Facebook?
Yeah, we have LaShae Smith and Mika Simone on Facebook. Welcome.
Hey, Shelly. Welcome to everyone. Welcome. So let's get right into it. Okay. So the first steps are let's start with what is a notary really quick. Because some of you are brand new. And even if you're not new, you may not know what your real duties are as a notary, okay? So briefly, a notary is a person that will watch someone sign documents, okay? It really is just as simple as I'm going to explain it. You're commissioned by your state. Each state has a little bit different rules and regulations, just a little bit. But your main primary role out there is identify your client. You do not prepare documents unless you're licensed and commissioned or legal to do so in your state. But you'll get your commission. And for those of you who are brand new, I do have the book that I wrote, Start Your Notary, Start Your Notary Business in whatever state you're in, Washington, Michigan. Every state has their own book, as you can see here. For those that are watching, Florida, Indiana. So check that out at notaryeducatorsllc.com. So you want to get your commission. After you get your commission, I'm going to recommend you do some notary training, okay? Why do you need training? Most states, out of all 50, you may have like 5 or 6 that actually require training. Even those people that the states do require a little training, we still have to come behind them and teach them how to be a notary because most states do not teach you real life experience, okay? So our training with us looks like Notarize Like a Pro, where we teach you how to properly notarize your documents. We go over pricing your services. We go over what supplies you need. That's why I didn't have supplies number 2. Most notaries will get their commission and then just start buying supplies. Let's pump the brakes on the supplies. Let's do this thing in order. After we teach you how to properly notarize, go over some pricing with you, what supplies you need, how to market and all of that, then you can double back and buy your supplies. Okay. Then the next piece would be the marketing piece. I talked about that a little bit, but we teach you how to market in the class. Okay. And then the last step is going to be just to do it. Now that's my simplified version. Let's see what Angela and Jeffrey would like to add. Oh, just before we get started too, Alexis could not make it tonight, but she is still definitely a notary educator and she just couldn't make it tonight. Okay. But she sends her love and she may hop in the chat. Angela, what other steps? Sorry, I'm sneezing.
Uh-oh.
What else would you recommend as far as starting your business?
You basically covered everything, but I just want to reiterate the importance of knowing what you're doing. And so when you take the test, I mean, when you take your notary, get your notary credentials for your state, they don't, most of them don't quantify you or qualify you to have a in-depth test. Some of them, like New York and places like that in New Jersey and California, you have to take an in-depth test. But I don't know if a lot of people realize that even though they don't give you a thorough test, a lot of them recommend that you take further training. And so if without the further training, you don't know what you're doing. That's why we see so many basic questions being asked on Facebook and other places, like, what do I put here? What does this mean? And that's what training does. Training makes you a professional. And so after you get your training, then your supplies, then you're actually ready to go out there confidently, not being afraid to actually do the notary job. And that's what makes you successful, really. When people start talking about they're a notary and why this isn't happening, we're not doing it, you're not successful. And you most likely are not going to be successful if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't have the training. And there are some that can self-teach, but the majority of notaries, without training, they just make mistakes and don't really know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Jeffrey, anything you'd like to add to that?
I mean, you all both have covered it pretty well. Preparation and training is important because it will come back when you do jobs particularly for signing companies. If you get to that level, it will reflect that you have the lack of training because we'll get messages like we just had something like a couple of weeks ago from one of our major signing company stating that there would be repercussions. They would kind of put you on the blacklist if you do not notarize the documents in a certain way, the way that it's supposed to be done. They're looking for pretty much being detailed and paying attention to what you're doing. So it's training. External training can be great to make sure that when you're doing your job, especially if you're first doing it and you're already nervous, but if you have the training, you can fall back on that. But if you're nervous and you don't really know what you're doing, then there's a likelihood that you're going to have a problem.
So let's recap the steps and then we're going to get right into your questions. Okay. So for the steps, I like everything to be crystal clear for you. You will receive your notary commission. If you just starting out, not sure what to do at period, you can start with the Start Your Notary Business book that I wrote, again, for all 50 states. So let that be number one. Number two would be get your notary commission. Number three would be training. We would be more than happy to help you with that. Our course is called Notarize Like a Pro. There's either self-paced or in person. Then number three would be get your supplies. Then we'll teach marketing. And then you just have to go out there and do it. It really is just that simple. But without the training piece, and I know it's a lot of negativity around training right now. Hold on one second. Sorry, y'all. I know it's a lot of negativity surrounding training and which training, and everyone's got one. Which one should I take? I always say no training is necessarily a bad training. There's no trainer out there just sitting saying, you know what? I think I want to take advantage of the people today. And whatever they're writing and selling, with more than likely, most of them with good intentions are trying to help you. However, I always say it may not be the training that you need at the time. So our focus at Notary Educators is to get you a good foundation. Okay, we talk about pricing, we talk about marketing and all the bells and whistles, but without the foundation of knowing how to stamp that document, you have no business. So that's what we focus on, getting you started, helping you to grow. we always compare it to like a slow cooked meal. So you need to know how to properly execute a document. If you don't even know what execute is, you probably are not doing it correctly. Okay. So we go over all those little things with you that you need to know. Okay. So those are the steps. Now we're going to start getting your questions. So please drop them in the chat. We'll hang out today about 45 minutes. So we got a few more minutes. So go ahead. Don't be shy. Whatever you want to know. Okay. Tara is saying, would you recommend, hold on one second. Tara is saying, would you suggest to take the NNA and your training? So Tara, what you can do is, and it depends on what you, I got this tickle in my throat. I know y'all hear us say that all the time as YouTubers, but I really do. So yeah, let's start over. So what training would you suggest? The NNA and our training. So it depends on what you want to do. If you want to get your basic general notary business started, we can definitely help you with that. And we give you the short version. There is a training at the NNA called Notary Essentials. It's about a 6 hour-ish. I believe it's that long because I actually took the training. But it's a like interactive thing. But the only thing about it is people still have to double back with us and they still don't know how to do it. Because if you prefer hands-on, like somebody actually teaching you, okay, so it took me and Angela and Jeffrey and Alexis like 3 to 4 years to kind of learn everything. If you want to get all of that good hands-on street knowledge within a short period of time, we're going to be your people. Okay. If you got a year or so and you got time and 6 months and to keep rewinding, I think they meant this, maybe they meant that, then you can definitely do the NNA training. I don't knock it. I took it myself. It's okay. But the reason I wrote mine and we wrote ours is because we give you more than that and we give you everything you need to be successful. You won't have to wonder, well, what does it mean to execute? What is a POA? What is this? What, you know what I mean? So those are the main differences. Would you guys like to add anything as far as the differences are concerned? And it will keep hitting these questions.
I'd like to add just that a lot of before we wouldn't allow you to take our training before that, but a lot of people that took our training first actually said it helped them to be able to run through the NNA training. And so ours is more in depth and it's like hands-on in the notary streets, things that come up. And so we even suggest that, to take the training with notary educators, then take the NNA training. But if that's not what you want to do, you take the NNA training. But like Kim mentioned, most likely, usually people double back and take our training.
And let me clarify that too. So the NNA training, everyone, is basically if you want, they do have a basic general notary. They don't call it general notary. Again, it's called basic or something. But they do have a loan signing course. Now, the loan signing course is a requirement if you want to work with signing companies. Can you explain that, Angela?
Yeah, so if you want to work with signing companies, you absolutely must take the NNA training because how that works is that the loan signing companies will not even contact you or sign you up with their companies unless you take the NNA training. So it's like you take the training from the NNA, then you're able to sign up with SnapDocs, which is a platform that the signing companies go to actually get your information to call you. So it is a requirement that you take the loan signing agent training through NNA if you want to sign up with signing companies in order to get business. And that's directly where the signing companies go to. They go through the NNA people that have taken the training. You can sign up for SnapDocs platform, and that's where they get all of the companies, the notary signing agents from in order to work for their companies.
Hey, you muted. There you go.
Okay. And actually, Carolyn had a comment on that, and we're going to double back. Carolyn said, sorry, the only thing NNA is there for is the market and sale stuff. So I get what Carolyn is saying. I've taken their trainings. I've taken several because I like to be in the know about stuff. I won't say it's not good, but we teach differently. That's all. We really do. Jeffrey, go ahead with your comment. Did you have one? And then we'll get back to the comments. Thank you, Carolyn, for sharing your thought, though.
No, I was gonna go to the first comment I think that Carolyn had. It was something with California.
Yes, at 611.
Yeah, at 611. Yes, she says she's a notary in California. So here's the question. She just needs to understand how to use my PayPal and Square and PayPal and need to be confident. So I'm not sure, the Kim, anything in particular in California or Angela, something that stands out as far as California, how to get payment?
I think she want to know how
She's
to
probably
get
trying to refer, why, and she needs it. So you need PayPal. Well, you don't need PayPal, Carolyn. So I use Square, PayPal. I do have PayPal because I have a couple of direct clients that only like to pay that way. So I try to make it convenient for my client to do business with me. I'm gonna recommend that for all of you. I use Square. I use Cash App. Some people will say, well, that's ghetto to use Cash App. Disagree. Cash App has a business account and they have a regular. I have one of each. For my business, I accept Cash App. I'll even take a chicken if you give it to me. Okay. So we take everything around here. We take all credit cards with the Square unit. So you do need a method.
No, she ain't gonna take it. Yeah.
I don't take tickets.
She talking real good.
She
talking real good because she not gonna take no tickets. She gonna be in the run. But to your point, Kim, to expand
she'll be calling me Angela. That lady came over here.
Yeah, and left this chicken. We're not supposed to do that. She's screaming over the phone.
Can you believe her?
Yeah. That's how
now, I'll let Jeffrey add his point, and they are correct. The only time I take a check, I want to be clear, because I do take checks, but I only take checks from trust, if someone has a trust or an attorney. Okay, but the average general public person, I am not taking their checks. Jeffrey, what else did you want to add?
No, I was going to say, and it's important for everybody, in particular, Carolyn, since you asked the question, that you have different means of accepting payment. Because everyone uses different things, whether they use Zelle or PayPal or Square, and you want to be able to be, once you're finished with your assignment or your signing, and it could be one page or it could be a couple of pages. It should take maybe 10 minutes, if that long, depending on what you're stamping. And then you spend another 10 minutes trying to accept payment. But if you have different means,
Carolyn, if you're saying.
Oh, go ahead, Angela. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Angela.
I'm sorry. I thought you were finished.
Oh, no, I'm good. You can go ahead.
I think there's a lag between me.
It might be a lag. Oh,
no,
okay.
I was going to say, yeah. I was telling Carolyn, if you're talking about actually how to get into Square and use Square and PayPal, then you can contact us on Notary Educators. But like Kim mentioned, just make sure that you have enough different payment tools in order to accept payment from your client, because you don't want to not be able to get a client because, they can't pay you.
Yeah, your client shouldn't have to say, and I love when they say, oh, I got to go to the bank. I got to go do this. I said, oh, no, what type of payment did you want to use? Yeah, I accept cards. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, and her other question was, and she also needs to be confident. So when it comes to that confidence level, Carolyn, if you don't feel confident in order doing your notarial duties, that's where we come in. We give you that confidence because we teach you how to do it. We do scenarios together. We do real interaction as far as the actual acknowledgments that you're at. So role playing. The training is not intense, but it's deep. And it's good. It's really deep and simple. We don't do complicated around here. That's our whole thing at Notary Educators. It's not that complicated. We don't hide it within an enigma, and you got to keep trying to figure out the puzzle, keep coming back. $50 this week, $50 next week. No, we give you what you need. We want you to fly. And we have a lot of free resources also that are available to you. I think this is a good time for me to go over a few resources too. Really quick, we have now, guys, we're so excited to announce we have been working on the website. So if you go under free resources, you're going to find the link to get your EIN number, completely free. Okay. You're going to find information about LLCs that will take you right to the IRS link. Okay. You're going to also find a group me now if you would like to receive text messages about sales when we go live more rapidly, because sometimes GoDaddy and me and emails don't be working. So if you really want to stay in touch with everything that's going on, there's a link over there for that under free resources. You can also find your notary supplies if you already have everything else you need. Click under notary supplies. There's a link for that. I want to make sure. Oh, we have a new free download for you too that has all your steps there. Okay. It also has different trainings and different ways you can make money, additional streams of income. So that's a new resource over there created this year. Alexis did that amazing. Shout out Alexis. And let me see right quick the emails. Sign up for free emails too, as well as the group me. All things notary educators, the tip sheet. We also have 3 spaces for the Notarize Like a Pro class on Friday night coming up this week. And then Alexis has 3 spaces for the Sunday loan signing agent class coming up on Sunday. And I'll let Angela tell you about her classes for apostilles right quick because someone did ask earlier actually. And then don't forget the book, Start Your Notary Business. And then all of the self-paced courses are on sale. 60% off. Coupon code is WIN24. Okay. 60% off WIN24. WIN2024. Okay. So Angela, can you talk a little bit about what classes and how many spaces you have right now? And then we'll get back to the questions. And Carolyn, we hope that helped you. Please let us know.
So I have an apostille class coming up for January, and I'm looking because I can't remember what date it is. The apostille class is on January what date is it? Do you remember, Kim?
No. Sorry. But you can check the website out.
January 19th. Yeah. I think it's January 19th, but I still have spaces available for that apostille training. Someone asked on Facebook today, when is the next training? And we do have all of our classes up on our website. And we usually have 2 Notarize Like a Pro classes. Like Kim has 3 left in hers, and there's an additional one. So make sure you just check the website. We just updated our website with all of our training classes. And don't forget, we also have online classes that are available if you can't take the training.
Yes. And I'm going to make one more announcement, guys. This one is a doozy. Okay. So I got an email today. Angela and Alexis also received it. You'll probably be getting it also. Google is doing away with that free landing page. You guys might have heard us talk about that the last few weeks. We said, we used that for 3 years and we didn't have real websites. Well, now Google is doing away with that free landing page. Okay. They are doing away with, it's going away March the 1st. Okay. So what happens if someone does click your website that you have with them or your landing page, it's going to be redirected to like whatever's on your telephone. So you want to make sure your business profile is complete. Okay. Your Google business profile is complete because they're doing away with the little free landing page. So they're recommending that you either go to Wix, Squarespace, GoDaddy, Google Sites, Shopify, or WordPress. So don't forget, we are helping you to build real websites now. That started a couple months ago. It's going amazing. Helping people with their websites. We're doing website reviews. So all of that's over at notaryeducatorsllc.com. But I really want to make sure for those of you who are like doing next level notary work, you're not just starting. Your landing page is going away just in case you did not check your email. Okay, that's a big deal because we lived off of that for like 3 years and now it's going away. So that's all the announcements I had. Let's get your questions. And again, we can help you build a basic website with GoDaddy. And the reason we chose GoDaddy is because it's very easy to maneuver and they have free customer service. And it's very, very easy to get started. So we could definitely help you with your GoDaddy. So check out the different options to build your website over at notaryeducatorsllc.com. Okay. And look for more information on that coming soon. So who's that on Facebook, Angela? We have a couple of questions there. Please, would you handle
Before
those?
I answer that, yeah, I see it. Before I answer that, so before I answer that, the apostille training is January 26th at 6:00, and so there's plenty of space. And even this week, I had 3 people that took the training, and they were just wanted to commend me and amazed at how easy it was to do their apostille once they took the training from Notary Educators. So Don't forget to sign up. So on Facebook, we have Lachey Smith. Is your training courses face-to-face or online? So Lachey, we have, if you're in Georgia and you want face-to-face and you're willing to meet us, we do them face-to-face, but they are definitely online, live via Zoom also. So we have the live training on Zoom, which is what most people take, but there are a few people that do like face-to-face, and we can accommodate you if you are in Georgia.
And the way we teach,
also
we're
wants to know, do you help? Go ahead.
Oh, sir. There is a lag. Sorry, guys. I was just going to say, and the way we teach, because you may be saying, well, how can you teach me and you're in Georgia and I'm in California or I'm in Nevada or wherever? What we do is we send you the documents that we're going to go over. We send you a Zoom link. And the reason, I just finished watching something too. Group training is good because like you're in different states. Your documents are not going to come from just your state. So we're in Georgia. All of our documents do not originate in the state of Georgia. Matter of fact, most of them do not. So you need to know how to notarize any piece of paper somebody put in front of you. If you've not watched my video on how to do even a piece of toilet paper, please feel free to watch that video. Okay.
An unused one. Okay. For
unused toilet paper.
Clean.
Okay.
So that's how we teach though. We send you out the documents that we're going to go over. We do it on Zoom. It's very interactive, and you will know how to notarize. We've been doing this for a while now.
Good.
Yep.
We have another question here. It was another Facebook. I don't know if it's the same one from 613.
Yeah, she says, do you help find clients? Lachey said, do you help find clients? So Lachey, we are not a signing company, but oftentimes when we need someone to we have extra, or there's someone in another area, we do put it in our Facebook group. Is there a notary available in this area at this time? So we don't find clients. We're not a signing agent, but if people can handle some of our clients that we can't get to.
And then there's another question.
You have anything else on that, Kim or Jeff?
No, I didn't have anything. Did you have anything, Kim?
No.
Okay, so there's another question. I've recently become a notary signing agent from NNA. Do you recommend I have a separate business card for this service? So if I'm understanding the question, if you're asking, okay, you're a loan signing agent and then a notary, do you need to have two separate cards? Not necessarily, because you're a notary. So you can put on the card that you do loan signings and then you do general notary work or whatever other services you provide, whether it be fingerprinting, things like that. That way it's all on the card, and you can do it on front and back. So you don't have to just be confined to just putting the information on the front. And that way, you'll have everything listed and you'll be able to, let the customer or the potential client know what kind of services you provide. If that makes sense.
Let us know if that's what your question is. Angela, can you tell us a person's name on Facebook? 613. 613.
It's Mika Simone.
Mika, let us know if that answers your question, okay? Jeffrey, you want to do the next couple?
Yeah, the next question was, do you need insurance right away? Well, let's put it this way. If when you're driving a car, before you leave the lot, they need to make sure that you have insurance. So, that's not going to happen. They're not going to say, well, you can put it on tomorrow at your convenience. You want to have coverage, and you can go on to, depending on your state, you go onto the NNA website and it'll give you how much insurance that you can the minimum that you can purchase, so that you can have that coverage for yourself, because anything can happen when you're out there. Now, as far as the different specifics of what it covers, you want to explain what it covers?
Yeah, like Jeffrey was saying, you want to make sure that you would not drive a car without insurance. Even your general notary work, I would not start stamping anyone's document until I had at least a minimum policy. So you can get that. We use everything NNA. There are other companies, Byberg, Heisig, or Hisok. but I use NNA. They're the gold standard for me. I use them. I have a basic minimum policy of $25,000. I think it's $30 a year. So you want to at least get the minimum and find out what your minimum is for your state, if it's even required. Most states do not. There are a few that do. Last piece on insurance is, I want to be clear because you'll hear this all the time. Your notary errors and omission insurance from the NNA does cover you as a notary signing agent also. You'll hear a lot of people say, no, it doesn't cover you as a notary signing agent. You're not covered. Not true. You are covered every time you are stamping that paper in the notary roll. What it does not cover is if you lose the documents on the way to FedEx, or they get wet, or you miss your FedEx deadline, or you printed one copy, you're supposed to print two. Your insurance will not cover you in those instances, okay? I have, I know for sure one video on errors and omission insurance. Please check it out. I have at least one video on that. Okay, Jeffrey, next.
Yeah, the next one is just a comment from Roberta Appling, if I'm saying it right, that she's saying that training is excellent with notary educators, and that she's taken a few classes and in the middle of finishing one, and the classes are detailed and the trainers make classes easy to understand. And so that's the thing that we want to make sure that we try to emphasize, that when you're giving the training. I mean, when you're first stamping, you're nervous because you're handling somebody's important papers. Usually, as we've stated before, that in many cases as a notary, you can be helping or having a signing or a notary job with a person on during the best time of their lives or the worst time of their lives. You could be stamping papers because someone is doing a power of attorney and their family member is close to passing away, and you're there in the home or at the facility right there, and you know that within a short period of time that person will have passed away, and you're there to try to navigate the room per se. That's not a good situation to be in. You have to be, and we talk about that on how to be respectful and kind and understanding in during those circumstances. On the other hand, you could be on the better time. Someone might be purchasing a home or purchasing property or what have you, or they're buying a car, or maybe it's their first car because they need to get their DMV papers stamped for their title. So there's different ranges of what happens when it comes to being a notary. But so we want to thank you, Roberta, because we want to make sure that you're able to not only stamp the paper, but also know how to navigate, as we say, the room when you get into someone's home, if it's in the home, where a person sits at, and that way you can kind of take control. I shouldn't say kind of, that you can take control, but in a respectful way of that signing.
Thank you so much, Roberta. We appreciate that. Very kind, very kind. Roberta, I can't even see. Roberta.
Female.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Thank you so much. Next. Jeffrey.
Let's see the next one. I think here, Darlene. She just started her notary business and she's looking forward to additional training. So that's good. If you need to look us up, if you have not done so, Miss Darlene, then please do so. And then here's another question from Natural Jesse. How you? Jesse? Yeah, how you doing? So the question is, how would you handle signature by mark? Would you have witnesses if your state does not specify?
Yeah, that's a tricky one. So I'm going to really push back and double check your state rules and handbooks. So just for those who may not even know what it is, somebody may not be able to sign your signature like you and I may. They may have been in an accident, or maybe they were born with some disabilities or challenges and they're not able to sign. And actually, you guys know they don't even teach cursive in school anymore. So ain't no telling what kind of signatures you'll be seeing. So by mark could be like an X. A mark could be a check mark. An X, it could be any type of mark. Let's just say it could even be, here I go with the chicken again, but they mark could be whatever they say they mark is. So you have to check with your state, but a couple different ways that it's handled is there may be certain verbiage you need to write on that certificate. For example, the person would put the X, and then I would write as a notary, John Smith signed with the X on such and such date, and I would have probably at least one witness. Witnessed by Jack Moore. You see what I mean? So it's going to be different ways that can be handled. If it doesn't require a witness in my state, I'm going to require one because I'm extra. I want to make sure everything, I want to see somebody else saw that, not just me. What's your thoughts, Angela and Jeffrey?
I've had lately, go ahead, Jeff.
No, go ahead, Angela.
I've actually had a couple of those recently with some individuals that was in the hospital, had strokes. And I definitely, again, I want to reiterate what Kim said about making sure of what your state provides and what your state says you should do. And in Georgia, you can do signature by mark. And since it doesn't say you have to have an extra witness, what I usually do is I write very good notes in my notary journal about the person and their condition and that they did mark with an X. And I usually will initial the X with my signature as the notary. And so that's what I do. But again, make sure you go by your state requirements because different states have different requirements for different situations.
In full transparency, I have not ever had a signature by mark, but for me in my business, since Angela says the state doesn't require it, I probably would require one additional person. And again, each person runs their business the way they want to within the parameters. So if it say you don't have to have it, you don't have to have it. But if me as a notary, if I ain't feeling comfortable, I'm not going to do it.
You know that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Anything else you want to add, Jeffrey?
No. There's another question. There's another question there, Angela. You can go ahead because I think there's a Facebook person.
Yeah, that's Northeast Georgia Mobile Notary said, do you take Venmo? Regarding that, I don't take Venmo, but one thing about all of these apps for payment, the first thing you need to know or figure out is, does your bank take that? So some banks take Venmo, some don't. So you have to, some banks take Zelle, some don't. The Cash App, some don't. So you have to make sure that your bank will accept the payment. But I personally don't take Venmo because my bank doesn't accept Venmo payments.
Yeah, I never even heard of that before. So I take everything. I was going to show y'all my little Cash App thing here. On my phone, you can, in everybody's phone probably, you can make like little folders. So within my folder, I have for those of you who can see me visually, I have all of my apps there that I take payment. I need to do a video on this. I have all of my apps there. Yeah, I do. I was going to tell you. I have Venmo. I take Square. I take Cash. That's why I'm showing it. I take everything. I take Cash App, PayPal, credit, debit. That's why I wanted to show you. We take everything, okay? And I do have one more little tip I'm going to leave y'all. I've mentioned it before, but since we're talking about payments, you want to have a method to write out for your clients, a paper receipt. I like to get paper receipts. Or you can do a digital receipt, but I always like to give them something, and you want to itemize it. And the app I use is called Cash Receipt app. It's a gold app. Cash Receipt. Okay. Next, let's see. Can we get the rest of these questions?
There's another Facebook, Pearl Buchanan. My state notary service in New Jersey is $250, but I start out $5. What should I charge? That's a question that really the answer to is you can only charge what your state permits you to charge. So be very familiar with your state fees and also what the requirements are. And that's another reason why taking training with notary educators is great, because we teach you all about, what you can charge in your state, because we research every state. But we really suggest, for that question is to make sure that your state say you can even charge $5. That's the important thing.
Yeah, Pearl. So we would definitely, just to piggyback on what Angela said, teach you how to charge. Because if you don't know how to charge, either you don't have a business. So it's a skill to knowing how to properly charge. So instead of that, we would probably teach you some different methods on how to charge. But so it'd be $250 plus your travel fee. It's so many variables in there. I have about maybe 6 videos on pricing. If after watching those, Pearl, you still would like a personalized session and you want to be doing training with us, we have the coaching corner. And with the coaching corner, we'll take an hour and go over your business with you and go whatever you want in your business. So check it out for everyone. Your session might look like pricing, marketing, or whatever. Someone else's coaching corner might look like I need help on navigating marketing or my name of my business or any kind of session you need to better your business. So check that out, the coaching corner. I do have about 6 free videos you can watch about pricing. Okay. Next, Jeffrey.
The next one we have
Philip.
Yep, Philip. What's the best course for someone that barely got their notary in California?
Hey, Philip, we don't care how you got it. You got it. Congratulations. So, yeah, you want to start out with the Notarize Like a Pro, Philip. Notarize Like a Pro would help you. And then the next course we'd recommend with us would be the Notary Signing Agent. Because I know in Cali, most people can make a really nice living with the loan signing piece of it, and also general notary, because everything is just more expensive.
For you who don't know, I used to be a California notary. For 10 years, so I used to be in Cali. Too bad I ain't know about the business then, though.
Yeah, so start out with Notarize Like a Pro. And again, we do have 3 vacancies or openings for a Friday night class, and then all of the class dates are up. And then Alexis has 3 spaces also for her Sunday class, loan signing agent. Okay. Angela, the next one on Facebook, but since it's from me, I'll go ahead and read it quick.
Facebook user is Northeast Georgia. Yeah,
Northeast Georgia.
Notary wants to know: are those accounts in your business? Are those accounts in your business name or your personal?
Yeah, when I first started all of those payment apps, I started them with my just personal. But as I continue to grow, I separated. So now I have a personal Cash App and a business Cash App. I have a personal Zelle and I have a business Zelle. We didn't even mention Zelle earlier, but I take Zelle too. I have a personal Zelle and a business Zelle. We are when I tell you we are fully operational over here, we don't play. Okay, you got to be able to get the money. You did all the work, you did all the training. Now you need to be able to collect your money. So if you're going ahead, you want to do this business, start out with a personal Zelle, business Zelle, personal Cash App, business Cash App. Keep everything separate. Okay. Mm-hmm. Next, Jeffrey.
The next one is Facts to Inspire You.
That is too cute.
Yeah, I did that back in Detroit. We used to have something in the newspaper. It said it was like a little cartoon. Say what you see, and you had to kind of look at the picture, and then you kept talking it out. And he said, "Oh, this is what it is." So I just did that little thing there. Okay, so anyway, yeah, that's the little training from back in the day. So anyway,
it's coming out.
Yeah, it's coming out. So she says, "I'm Julia from Philly. How do you charge for the fees from a Square or Cash App platform?"
You want to take that, Angela? Sure. So as far as Square, I just started in 2024 charging fees for Square. Square charge a 2.9% fee plus 30 cents. And so that's what I charge my customer. I just do the 2.9% plus 30 cents. Before, I never charged any fees for Square, but when I got somebody that was paying me $1,500, I was like, Square charges 2.9%. So that's how I charge. Cash App, I don't charge any fees for Cash App, but usually the person will add $1 or $2 for Cash App because they know they charge fees, but I never ask for fees for Cash App. And so that's like a business decision, a personal business decision to decide, even if you want to charge extra fees for the fees that they charge you.
So, Julia, in our business, I do not charge an additional fee to the client. So I will tell you what that sounds like, okay? Like Angela already said, now if I had a $1,500 client, I might would add another $50 or whatever the fee is. I don't know. But just for my regular everyday Joe, I already charge enough where I don't charge them like another $1 or $2. Let me tell you what it sounds like, though, because I do my mentor in person kind of trained me. He would do $50 travel fee to say, these are just random numbers, $50 travel fee, $5 processing fee, and just keep going, right? you're exhausted by the time the person keeps saying all those fees. So it's going to, like Angela said, be a business decision. I personally like to give my clients one flat rate. Now, if I do have to eat the fee, then I just write it off on my taxes. I need some deductions anyway. You know what I mean? So you got options there. So you can charge it. And that sounds like, Mr. Smith, my travel fee is $40. The credit card processing fee, if you decide to do that, is $5. You know, but again, I don't like to keep all that adding up. So you're going to have to decide what's going to work best for you. If you have to pay the fee, then you just write it off on your taxes, okay? And I'm not a tax professional, so, you know, you have to confirm. But, of course, we all know it's a tax deduction.
Now, as we're talking about the payment, the next question from A. Snipes was, wouldn't it be helpful to ask?
Excuse me, we skipped 620.
Oh, what was that? I'm sorry.
The Facebook user.
Oh, the training. Oh,
yeah, that's from Northeast Georgia. She said the training is excellent. Thank you, Northeast Georgia Notary.
Yes, thank you. Definitely trying to skip our kudos.
Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry.
Who you working with?
I had to scram.
The people want to tell it, and we want them to know.
Yeah,
who you rocking with over there? Who you rocking with?
Uh-oh. I'm about to get cut off. So.
Do we have a spy in the house?
Yeah, I'm about to get cut off. Yeah, I'm about to say that's like that. I'm not gonna get into all that. We about to switch gears here. Anyway, A. Snipes, she says, wouldn't it be helpful to ask when taking intake to ask what form of payment will be used? So yeah, when you're having the conversation with your client, as they call you and they say, hey, I have this particular document, and you're asking questions, they're asking questions. But the more questions that you ask, then you'll be able to let them know, one, that you know what you're talking about. And as you're getting to that part of the payment, sometimes let the conversation flow. The person will just, what kind of payment do you take? And then you can tell them what you take. You know, now if you don't if they don't say it, then you can say, well, just to let you know, if you're going to meet them at a certain place, that I take these different forms of payment. However, just be mindful that it's the point that we're making earlier is that if you have different forms of payment, the first form of payment, we've had it happen where they thought that they were going to be paying with a certain type of card, and they get there and then something happened and it doesn't work. So if you have another option, of course, cash is king. That's if they got cash, and that's better. That clears it all up. But if they're doing a card or something happened with their Zelle and they can't get into it, they think they got it, but then they can't figure out how to add, get into their phone or whatever. So yeah, but to your question, the conversation will flow, and you want to try to get that clarified before they get there. Or you arrive, what type of payment that you're going to accept.
Let me do another quick overview of the announcements, and then we'll get these last few questions, okay? So really quick, guys, most important tonight, well, this ain't really most important, but it's really important. The website, if you have a little landing page with Google, it is going away March 1st. It's going away, so you will have to get a real website. We talked about this a few weeks ago. So we all have real websites now. We started out with the landing page. We use that for like 3 to 4 years. And now it's going away March 1st. So Google is recommending you either use Wix, Squarespace, GoDaddy, Google Sites, Shopify, or WordPress. And we can actually help you build your GoDaddy site. And we picked GoDaddy to help you build it because it's just the simplest one. And they have 24-hour customer service after we build it out for you with your input. So you want to definitely check us out for that. Everything I'm going to talk about is at notaryeducatorsllc.com. We have the free takeaway sheet that's created this year. It's brand new with your steps on it of what to do to become a notary, what training and everything, and what steps, what additional services you can provide. We, under free resources, added an EIN link for you, LLC link for you too. You can also sign up for GroupMe text messages, which is completely free. We have a few spaces for all the classes coming up, and all the self-paced courses are 60% off. Coupon code WIN 2024. Okay, so that's a lot. You might have to go back and re-listen to this, but or rewatch. But I just want to make sure you know those things are very important. Okay. Next, Jeffrey.
Let me go through the Facebook one, Kim, because one person has a lot of comments. So Octavia says that awesome, you all rock. Thank you, Octavia.
Oh, hold on, Angela. You skipped Carolyn. Then you got Facebook.
No.
Yeah,
Carolyn
620.
is after Facebook.
No, I did that already, Kim. I already did A Snipes and then Carolyn.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
No, Carolyn wanted to know how to use the app really quick. So, Carolyn, all you're going to do is download them on your phone. You can download them. The Square has that white unit. You can stick it in your telephone and swipe a card. You might want to watch some YouTube videos on all of this. Cash App, you can either use the little QR reader or you have your phone number. So that just sounds like you got to play around with all of these little payment methods. And that's what we had to do to kind of play with them. If you need a full session on that, of course, we can schedule it out for you. That would be a coaching corner where we can go over each one with you. But basically, I think if you Google it, you will be able to find an instructional video. But they're all pretty easy. And then you can just navigate it by watching their videos. They're very simple to use.
Yeah, they are. Once you download them.
Yeah, once you download. And then just as a little tip, you can do a small dollar amount like a couple of pennies or something for each of those to kind of play, as Kim saying, to play with it so that you know that it's working, how it works, and that way you can do your own transaction for yourself.
We did that. Remember, Jeff? I forgot about that. Yeah, we did that when we first got Square. We were like, how does doohickey work?
Yeah. So, and once you do that, then you'll feel comfortable. And then you're probably going to learn something with the client because there's different ways of payment that's coming out every day. I just had a guy, I use the Square that connects to my phone. It's the actual little Square, and it has the ability to do the tap or you slide in with the card. But then he just said he just got a new phone that has the feature that he's using his phone. He says, let me see what happens. So let's try it out because I have my little tap device and he had his phone and he tapped it to my little Square and there it worked. So, you'll probably learn something like couple of months ago, about 4 months ago now, Kim, or something like that. One of the clients showed how to do something with the Cash App and you use the
QR reader.
The QR, and use that. So you'll probably learn in the field, but that's okay if you're, personable.
What did he tell me, Jeff? What did he tell me?
Oh, he was pretty much going to make you learn how to do it, So, because Kim was like, well, I could do it this way. He said, no, let me show So, and it wasn't like he was mean. He was, and so from that, we learned how to do it so that the next time we had a job and they said they're going to pay by Cash App, then we would say, hey, do you know how to use that? And then we told them how to do it. So, it'll fall into place when you're out there. I think, let's see here. So she says also, thank you, Carolyn, for joining the Facebook group. And then Darlene gave the discount code. Thank you so much. And then facts to inspire you. Can you put okay. I think somebody put that out there. Did someone put the
Angela was going to do Facebook too, Jeff. You skipped that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I got that one. Octavia said
y'all rock. Yeah, and then y'all was getting ready to kick me off the screen. So I remember that. So A Snipes, when will the Google class be offered?
The Google class it's not a class, Althea. It's we're gonna actually build it out for you. There is a class that Alexis offers self-paced, but if you mean to build out the website, we do that for you. But there is a Google class, but it's self-paced. If you want to build your own Google your own Google business page. That's the one on your telephone because the actual landing page is going away, remember? So you won't be able to have a Google website. Now, there is something called Google Sites, but I don't use it because I think it's just complicated. I like stuff very simple. So Google Sites is free right now. But I'm going to tell y'all something. Just think about this as you're building out your website, whatever platform you decide to use, or if you decide to use us. I believe that in the future, Google will be charging for their website. I really do. That's why they're doing away with that free landing page. I really think so. So just be cautious because you want to have your website is going to have to be maintained. So if you go with Google Sites, they'll probably end up charging and then have a way for you to pay for maintenance. But that's already included with GoDaddy. So that's why I like them so much. Yeah. What else we got?
Pearl wants to know what is the apostille? It's apostille for?
Apostle Paul.
Apostle Paul. No, it's apostille. What is the
Apostille,
apostille
yeah.
for?
Mm.
And also, Northeast Georgia Mobile Notary want to talk about apostille and how to market. So, what apostille for? They're for documents to be used in other countries. So, a brief synopsis is basically people want to get married. They may have a business. People live over here and they may need their family to conduct some business for them. So that would be a power of attorney, documents that are required to get married, or business documents, birth certificates if they want to be dual citizenship. So all of these documents have to be apostille, legalized, or authenticated before they would be accepted in another country. And so that's what apostilles are for. But the documents have to be approved in the United States first to be used in whatever country it is. And so they cannot be used in the United States. And so when people need those documents apostille, they will call a notary to notarize the documents to get them apostille with the state. And so that's basically what they're for. They have to be authenticated and legalized to be used in other states, basically to prevent fraud, because there's so much fraud everywhere. It basically verifies that the person is who they say they are and that they're giving permission to their family members, or that they're getting married and they're not already married. So it could be a wide range of reasons for document use, but the main purpose is for them to be used in the other state, other country, coming from the United States. And all my marketing is done through my Google page and my apostille website. And of course, my clients, I tell them what I do, but that's all the marketing I do, my Google page and my apostille website.
And someone's saying it's 6:24. Am I skipping anything?
Yeah, you are skipping. You're skipping. Darlene says very good. Carolyn Quinn says, yes, all of you are very helpful. Thank you so much. And the Forbidden Garden Flower says, of course they are. I don't even know what that's about, but she said, of course they are. And then it's the Facebook one for Kim from, oh, you responded to that already, Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wanted to make sure because they said, what question was that? Which one?
That was the question about your business or personal account, your account's tied to your business or personal. You already answered that.
Okay, great. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm.
And Lachey says, yes, I'm in Georgia. So Shay, if you're in Georgia and you want a face-to-face class, I will do that face-to-face. Now we're at Dee at 626.
Dee says, I'm in Georgia. I already did my notary certification. Would I also get the book for my state and then do the training? Dee, it's kind of up to you, because you may, the training is not, the Start Your Notary Business book is just that. It takes you how to get that commission. I talk about marketing, how to actually build that business. So if you want to get the book, most people do find it helpful and then do the training, because this would be like a manual for you. So it's kind of up to you. It does come in paperback and also ebook. The ebook is much cheaper. So if you just want to have it as a reference, you can definitely do the ebook. Okay. Next. Oh, you did that. Carolyn's question about apostille.
So Carolyn Quinn said, is it a good idea to take apostille training if you're just really getting started? So Carolyn, we strongly recommend that you first do the notarize like a pro and learn to be a good notary. After that, then you can add services, loan signing, apostille. So it depends on what services you want to add to your business. But our recommendation is to make sure you get your notarization course in line first, get all your notary supplies and get that set up. Then that's when you want to start adding services. So apostille is another service. Loan signing is another service. Ink fingerprinting. So you add the services after you take on your notarize like a pro.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right. Then we had another.
The Facebook.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Angela.
Yeah, the Facebook. Mika says, thanks, Jeffrey. Definitely clarified it for me.
Okay. And then the other one, would you suggest getting my EIN after the training and before I start my business?
That would be the correct order. Tara. You got it. See, I love how you guys are thinking this thing out.
Right.
Don't just start hopping around, getting everything. Write the plan, make the vision clear. I love it. Yes. And I do have the link for the free resource over at Notary Educators under free resources for the EIN. Okay. I do have a video about that too, Tara. You can watch it in the meantime about EIN, LLC numbers and all that. Okay. Under the business playlist. Philip says, are your classes good for California notaries? I know you guys are in Georgia. We teach all 50 states, Philip. All 50.
And we have taught many California notaries that are just killing the game.
Yes.
I will never forget our first California notary taught years ago.
Yeah.
Just killing it.
Yeah. California. You guys are a little bit different out that way, so we kind of tease you a little bit in class, but we got you. We got you in California.
Different in a good way. Different in a good way,
yeah, because y'all can make a little bit more money. So it's a few little caveats, but whatever state you're in, we got you covered. Believe it, we've been doing this for a while. We teach all 50. Roberta says you're welcome. Bryce, hey Bryce. Are we almost there? Forbidden. I always appreciate these lives. Let's see. We got to keep going here. You all make me feel comfortable with trying to learn my craft. That's what it's all about. Would like to encourage you all to keep doing what you're doing. Oh, we really appreciate that, Carolyn.
Thank you very much.
Could you please talk about apostille on the market? Okay, cool. Facts to inspire you in reference to the insurance. Most signing are asking for coverage of 25. So who can I sign it with 25? I changed my mind to 100 for 119 a year. So back to that insurance question again. Don't forget, it's going to be up to you. We recommend 25 is the. I think you can get 10. My mentor has 10, but I recommend getting 25. Yeah, my mentor, I think he has 10, but I would really recommend 25 as a minimum. If you want to get the 100,000 per year, you're more than welcome, and whatever your business decides. That's a business decision. But you should be fine, because don't forget, and watch the video too, okay, about errors and omission insurance that I did. The signing companies, when they send you out, they have insurance also. So we ain't trying to make mistakes. That's the main thing. We want you, this is just to have a little extra coverage. We want you to know what to do. Okay. So we ain't trying to use no insurance as backup instead of having training. We want you to know what to do, so you ain't even got to rely on no insurance. Okay. Natural Jesse says, thank you. In terms of signature by Mark, do you ask the witness for ID? Yes, I would. Anytime you have a witness at a signing, you identify everybody that's signing that document and put it in your journal. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, Donna, Sharon, what's going on? Nice to see you. Anyone in Maryland, y'all can hook up. Facts to inspire. So how do you charge the fees for payment apps? We talked about that. We'll have you go back and rewatch the video. That's going to be a business decision if you want to charge per app. I mean, not per app, but like some apps are $5, 2.9%, $3, 30 cents, whatever. Go back and watch the beginning of this video, because we did. Angela went and broke that down. We both processed that differently, so check it out. And are your methods of payment tied to your personal or business? Oh, that's a great question.
We answered that though.
I don't recall us answering that. I don't recall. Maybe we did. I don't recall though.
You did break it down as far as you want to go.
Well, no, I just want to make sure that they understand that I have a business checking account and a personal checking account.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't recall any of us actually breaking that down. I like to be very clear. If you have an LLC for life insurance, do you need one for your notary space? Yes, you would need to make a business decision on that, Seema. However, I always give this illustration. If you're selling shoes in one business and then you selling hot dogs in another business, do those two go together? Probably not. But you have to make a business decision, okay?
Northeast Georgia Mobile Notary says, thank you. That today was my first day retired from my teaching job. Congratulations on your retirement.
Oh, that's Donna. Hey, Donna, that's who that is. Congratulations, Donna.
Donna's here. So she says she's ready to deep dive now. We're waiting for you, Donna.
Yeah, just let us know if you need to talk, okay? Yeah, Donna, congratulations. Yeah, I didn't get that at first. There's so much going on over here. And we got to wrap it up, too, because we have a 7:15. Jeff, you want to hit the next few really quick? Because we might not be able to get to everything. Let me see.
After training, would you suggest I get my EIN before I start my business, so I could get my business checking account?
Yeah, we answered that one. Yeah, get your EIN after. Does the payment apps give you a monthly statement or 1099? Yeah, you can get a monthly statement for those payment apps. Yep, you can. And they are a pain to keep up with. So what I do is write it on my tax thing that we use. Write out each one, square. Each one have a fee.
When
So
you
you
say
want to make
when
sure
you
you get
say
those
when you
fees.
say taxing, are you talking about Zero?
Yes.
Yes.
Zero. We use Zero, or actually we also use Notary Gadget for all of our notary stuff.
But with Zero, if you set it up, it will connect with your bank, and the same thing I think with QuickBooks. So that way, it'll take you. You don't have to manually have to pull in the data.
Not
But
the fees though, babe.
oh,
Not the
you talking about the
fees. I
fees?
still have
Oh,
to.
oh,
I still
oh,
have
oh.
to
I'm
go.
sorry. I thought you talking. Oh,
Yeah, I
I'm
still
sorry.
have to go
Oh,
get the
okay.
fees, not the
Yeah,
transaction. The
yeah. Okay, I
fees.
got you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
Okay,
misspoke.
we're gonna finish this up really quick, guys. So when you say the landing page, is that my Google business page? No, but your Google business page will be there. That's what's on your telephone when people look for you. But usually on your Google business page, where they find you on the phone, if you hit website and you have the free one for Google, that little one page landing page is going away. Okay. Jeffrey, they saying you're right, Mr. Mason. What's up, Mr. Mason?
Hey, Mr. Mason.
Darlene is cracking up over there. Facts to Inspire say, okay, thanks you. Do you charge a monthly fee? Because I'm charged anywhere. I want to pay $10. I'm 1.9. No, there's no monthly fee for any of the payment things we talked about. And none of those apps have a monthly payment fee. You only pay when you use it. Okay?
Right.
You only pay when you use it. John Smith says, do you have a self-paced for the general notary work? Yes, we do actually. So we have the Notarize Like a Pro, teach you how to notarize. And then we have the specialty general notary course. And that's how I teach you how to go into hospitals and fill out those forms. It's a little bit more of a deep dive. Okay, so read the website descriptions. They're very clear. And that way you'll know what you're purchasing. Okay. Monique says, hello, thank you. How about Colorado? Yep, we service Colorado too. All 50 states. There's even a book for you too, okay? Welcome, Monique. I haven't seen your name before too. Okay, last thing. Facts to Inspire, last couple. Thanks, Kimmi, with the swearing video. Had a client judge for their witness, and she was so shocked I swore them in. Girl, get it. Thank you. I appreciate it. That video is pretty popular too. How to swear somebody in. It's called an oath only video. I think that's the one she's referring to. Who do you use when creating business email? I don't have a business email. That's gonna be let me rephrase that. I don't have one that I pay for. Right. So I still use Google, which are free. Some people have an issue with that. They think that's ghetto. So my email is nonebetternotary@gmail.com. notaryeducatorsllc@gmail.com. I don't feel like I have to pay all this extra money. Now, if you want to get you a business email, go ahead. You can use whatever website you buy from. GoDaddy offers an email, and then also what's the other one? All of them offer one. Google even has one you can pay. I think it's $6 a month for. Mm-hmm. But I don't use that. I just use Gmail right now. Everything, my business name @gmail.com. Okay. They're saying be safe, bad weather is coming. Carolyn says if we're Carolyn, you're not weird in California. Just a few things are different. She says if you're actually on a notary job and get a little confused of how to help a client, can we call you? So normally after training, our first couple of signings, we actually want to be in touch with you. So yes. But after like a while, you kind of get stuck. We'll kind of have our Facebook group as our main resource, but you can always get in touch with us.
After a little while.
Yeah. But we're not one and done. You never hear from us again. Right. We don't operate like that. Okay. And we try to train you in such a way that you're really okay. Be safe, bad weather. Do you know anyone who became full-time after 6 months? We all took longer than 6 months. Well, I don't know about Angela. Did you take longer? Because I had my job until
I wasn't working.
You wasn't working at all. Jeffrey took longer than 6 months.
No, I started right off the bat. I wasn't working at all when I had to quit work.
Yeah, Alexis' story, she took about a year. I don't usually tell anybody. Normally, most people about a year before they actually quit their job. Do not just quit your job to become a notary. We have to build up to that, okay? Please don't. We got to hit these last two guys because we got a 7:15, and I really got to go. Dorinda says, hey, great information. Okay, guys. Yeah, Google is 6 months. Hey, Frank.
Hey, Frank.
What's going on? Don't forget to hit the like button, everybody.
I'm sorry. I hope you guys are feeling better. I'm sorry.
Frank says Frank says sorry. Him and his wife was sick. Oh, yeah. I'm like, Angela, feel better, Frank. We missed you. What day was that me and Alexis was here? I forgot. But I was like, where's Frank at? I saw you on the replay. Well, guys, we're going to say good night on behalf of Notary Educators.
There's one more question I want to answer. You guys, for my training class, go to NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. Click on apostille, and you'll see the training, the mentorship, and all of that under the apostille tab. In the notary education courses under notary. So just go to the website, NotaryEducatorsLLC.com. Click on apostilles, and you'll see our classes. If you got any questions, contact us through the contact me button.
Hey, Notary Giant, and yes, we'll be more than happy to help you fax to inspire with your website, okay? On behalf of Angela, Jeffrey, and Alexis, I'm going to say good night on behalf of everybody. Good night. Good night. See you next Monday. I'll see you during the week. Okay, bye.
Bye now.
Thank you again for listening to the Notary Life with Kimmi podcast. We would love to be a part of your notary journey. Please visit us at NotaryEducatorsLLC.com for all of your notary training needs. Also, please feel free to join the Notary Life with Kimmi YouTube channel, where Kimmi has over 400 videos that will help you to grow and build a successful notary business. Until the next episode, we wish you much success on your journey. Bye.